Big Brother is back. Hi here, Finns here. I'm back for another year. And yes, I am back on this channel. Finally, I'm talking about the return of Big Brother. Yes. If you watched my channel back in 2018, which about five people did back then when it first started, I did reviews of Big Brother, the last series. Um, before it all ended. And now, 5 years later, fast forward 5 years, it's back on our screens, this time on ITV2. So yes, and I'm here the first few episodes have aired. And yes, I'm gonna try and do reviews of Big Brother UK, of course. 2023. Finally, we get Big Brother 20. So yes, I do like watching Big Brother, and I will hope to do reviews of Big Brother each week. I will try. There's lots of things happening at once in October this year. You know, we've got Strictly, Bake Off, Big Brother, The Return of Survivor, The Traitors will come back, I'm Celeb will come back. There's a lot of programs, SAS Sudes, with there's a lot of programs to watch in October and November. Oh, and then Junior Eurovision as well. So there's a lot of content I have to do in the next couple of months, um, including Big Brother, which hopefully I'll try and do every week, do a review on, and an eviction prediction each week. I don't know, but I am looking forward to this new series because I am excited. I think 5 years was a long enough break as it is. I never thought it would ever come back at one point. But here it is. It is on ITV2, which my thoughts and feelings about it coming back. Um, I am happy it's coming back. Um, yes, ITV2. I didn't expect Big Brother to be on ITV2, considering Love Island's on ITV2, but it is. So far, I think ITV have done a good job promoting it for sure. They've released a lot of trailers. Um, it's been a year long. They've released a lot of trailers of it. So there's definitely hype. You know, they do items on it this morning. Good Morning Britain, so that's good. So I think the problem with Channel 5 is that they didn't do that much promotion all the time. While ITV, they're really on it. They're really on the ball on it, so that's good. Um, so I watched the launch show on Sunday. So what are my thoughts and feelings of the launch show? Mixed feelings on the first show, I've got to be honest. Well, the first thing is they pre-recorded it. It wasn't a live launch night. It was a pre-recorded launch night that they did on the. They filmed it on the Saturday, broadcast it on the Sunday. Um, I would have liked it to be live personally. I think for me, it being a little bit pre-recorded, I don't know. For me, it felt like I lost a little bit of the excitement that launch shows used to be. Because when it's live, it's anything could happen. Well, it it just felt a bit like there were parts that felt a bit edited out. You know, they edited some people walking up the stairs and cut out some of the interviews from the host. So it just, you know, some people only had one question, other people, you know, questions were cut out for time. It felt a bit like when it's live, you don't know what's going to happen. You know, Courtney Act could come fall down the stairs. You know, it lose some of the excitement for me. So personally, I was a bit disappointed that it was pre-recorded in that sense. Also, the VTs felt very quick. There were 16 housemates, and because it was very quick, it did feel like, wait, who's this one? Who's that one? Who's him? You know what I mean? Like, it did feel like a bit like the I would have liked the VTs to be a little bit longer, um, so we get to know the housemates a little bit more. I think the one good thing is that it didn't hang around um, to get started. It was like the first couple of minutes we were straight in with the first housemate. I mean, um, which was fine. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't do a house tour like Davina and Emma used to do back in the day. Of like, I'm surprised AJ didn't go in the house saying, "This is the new house." Considering its new location, you would have kind of thought they would um done a bit of a tour around the new house. But no, we're getting straight into the show. Talking about hosts, what do I think of the hosts? AJ Adudu and Will Best. Will he be the best? No, I like AJ. You know, strictly to all these shows. AJ was a good choice, I think. She's bubbly, she's fresh, she's got a great personality, she's lovely. You know, AJ Adudu was a good choice. And a woman of colour, that's great. Will Best, I'm surprised they picked him. I mean, I would have loved it. I would have liked Rylan. Let's keep it real. AJ and Rylan would have worked well together. They worked well before in 2013. It would have been like nice 10 years later they were still working. They did it the allocation draw for Eurovision earlier this year, so they can work well together. I would have liked a bit of Channel 5 Rylan, you know, still being with the team. But I can understand ITV, you know, fresh start, new show, new channel. They wanted a fresh team. So, Will Best, you know, I think it was used to be on T4. I remember that dance, dance, dance competition, you know, which wasn't that great, great, great. I remember watching that in 2017, and that was not a good celebrity show that he did. Um, so I don't know about Will Best, whether he will be the best, but I'll give him a chance. Let's see how he develops throughout the series. Um, but the question is, did you need two hosts on launch show? I felt like you didn't need both of them on the launch show because they were both asking the same. You know, they were both doing the questions while the housemates were getting in. And I kind of think you should have just only put one of them asking the questions to the housemates. You know what I mean? Like, I think what they should have done is the housemate should go out the car, did their own waving to the crowds, and one of them tells facts. You know, like Davina used to say a few facts about the housemates to get to know the housemates while they're getting into the house. You know, one of them should have done that. The other one should have just done the interview when they get near to the house and to the stage, and then ask them, "Oh, how are you feeling? Who you brought you to the crowd tonight?" You know, um, so maybe yeah, again, it could have been executed a bit better, in my opinion. Um, so yes, um, yeah, and another new thing that's happening this year is we have a brand new spin-off show called Late and Live. Late and Live, which is a bit like what Bit on the Side is. You know, three celebrity guests, a panel, an audience, so telling about their own opinions about the show, all that. Very similar what Bit on the Side did. Even bringing a psychic now and then each week. Um, so yeah, it is basically Bit on the Side without Ryan. I think yeah, it'd be interesting how Late and Live goes. It's going to be on 6 weeks, no, 6 nights a week. I presume Saturday will be the day it won't be on. But yeah, 6 nights a week. That's impressive. I remember Bit on the Side were only on 5 nights a week and usually have the weekend off because Ryan needed some time off. And I'm glad both AJ and Will are both doing it, two different people, so it's not the same person doing it all the time. Because I think with Rylan, while he's a great presenter and did Bit on the Side proud, you know, he did it very well. It did feel like Ryan, 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 and it did unfortunately become the Rylan show in the end. So it's nice to have different people bring their different input to the show, which is great. So yes, I'm glad we have a spin-off of Big Brother this year on ITV2 and ITVX. Um, oh, and the launch show was on both ITV1 and ITV2, which was good. That brought in viewers, so that was important. I like that. So let's now talk about the housemates. Now, 16 went in, which was quite a lot. Um, and I have to say, it's a very diverse bunch. Um, all walks, backgrounds, diversities. It's a very diverse bunch, probably the most diverse bunch ever on Big Brother, I would say. Yeah. Um, Different backgrounds, different stories, different walks of life. So I think that's what Big Brother needed. And I was really worried that the lineup was going to just be another Love Island kind of generic lineup. And I thought, after it all, thought, thank goodness they didn't go down the Love Island route. Because that was what I was worried about when I heard it was on ITV2. Oh no, they're going to make it too Love Islandy. But gladly, at least with the lineup, they haven't. Maybe two or three of the names, housemates that went in, um, you could see on Love Island. But for the most part, it does feel like a Big Brother lineup, if you know what I mean, of different sorts of people, which is great. That is great. No two housemates are the same. So, what do I think of the housemates? I've got to say, I like Yen. I need to get her name right. Yen Rin. She's cute. I like the last woman that went in, Kerry, with her mobility scooter getting into the house. She's great. Um, um, yeah, that's probably one of the reasons why it was a pre-record, maybe, on the launch show to get the ramp ready. But you would kind of think if there was a contestant going in a mobility scooter, surely they wouldn't have had steps in the launch show. So yeah, questions have to be asked whether why wasn't it already wheelchair access and the you know mm, yeah, you would kind of think they would have just put a ramp there anyway, then had to bring a ramp for one of the contestants. Anyway, I digress on that point, but Kerry, she seems fun. She seems a lot of fun, you know. I do worry with that mobility scooter whether she's going to do a Vern Troyer and get too drunk on it and then go into one of the walls, like Vern Troyer did back in 2009. Um, and she seems fun. I'm surprised they put a 50-year-old in, Frida. She seems fun. Wolverhampton. Um, Maybe a little bit bossy these last few days, but she seems fun, I say. I'm surprised they put somebody as old as 50. I didn't think they would go past 40. I was surprised they did put somebody over 50. Um, Obviously the big kind of twist was these party games on launch show to celebrate Big Brother was coming back, and the twist was that one of the housemates was up for a nomination after one of the other housemates, Jenkin, uh, did this pass the parcel challenge and then had to vote for somebody who wasn't, what was it, the most hard to live with or something like that, and he chose Olivia, and she was then up for the first public vote, but then she managed to win immunity by being not the least entertaining in the house, so she is immune. Olivia is going to be an interesting character to be with, um, because she could have been the first to go, and I think she's glad she's got immunity. But yeah, she's one of the loudest. She could be a struggle to get through these next few weeks, but she's a boring, that's for sure. Um, and she had a point about that salmon. You know, I have to agree with her about some stranger coming in eating her salmon. I do agree with that. So I wouldn't have been happy if that happened to me on tonight's show. But yeah, some interesting ones. Jordan, who has become posh by watching Downton Abbey, is an interesting character. And then you've got Henry, the lost child of Boris Johnson, who's very posh, who is actually posh, is quite funny as well. And then you got Trisha. That is interesting. Trisha had in her VT that she hated the Tories, and then she becomes best friends by someone who loves the Tories of Henry. Yeah, interesting relationship there. So yeah, I mean, there are some interesting characters in this. Yendrik, Jendrik is in Germany. I don't feel like from Eurovision 2021. Um, I feel sorry for him because he had basically he has got cold water for the next few days. Hasn't got any of his clothes. His luggage was blown up. Apparently, mind you, I don't think it probably was. Um, and yeah, he is struggling in that house. So, mm, mm, mm. But hopefully, when he finally gets his clothes back, hopefully he can be more himself through the next days. So yes, yes. Also, there's a bunch of housemates there. There's a guy with one leg in there. There's a transgender contestant, Hallie, in there. 18 years old, going through that. Wow, wow. And from South London. I wonder what part of South London she's from. Yeah, representing South London as well. But she's very mature. 18. 18. Mm, yeah, youth worker. Maybe she's one to watch out for. Be like another Nadia. Who knows? Um, Obviously very different, very different. Um, anyway, but yeah, we have 16 housemates. Um, there are some housemates that are in the background still that need to come forward a little bit. I've got to be honest. 16, there's a lot to get through. I did feel like, okay, I wish we had a bit more longer with the VTs to know who these people are. So I feel like, oh God, who's that name? What? Who's that guy? But mm, I just need a piece of paper reminding me of each body's names, because oh my gosh, you know, it was quite a lot. To chuck in 16 housemates in one night, it's like a lot to learn. I remember the days when 2013 and 2014 where Big Brother they split the launch show, so 10 housemates went in the first night and then six other housemates went into the second night. So then you kind of got to know the housemates better. Yeah, you got to learn the housemates a lot more than chucking them all in one night. I can I wish they split the launch show like they did in 2013 and 2014. I guess the reason they don't is they just want to have one launch night, and I guess they want all the housemates to go through the whole Big Brother story if they get to the final. Like, you miss one day, you haven't done the proper Big Brother story. So you know what I mean. Um, but no, I think this is an interesting how this is going. I think ITV2 are doing good. Personally, I wouldn't have put it in October. It's going to clash with I'm a Celebrity and Strictly and all these shows that are coming up, even Survivor. I wonder how the series is going to last. Is it going to be 50 or 60 days? If so, it's going to last until Christmas time, which is quite an unusual time to put them in because I guess not all these housemates celebrate Christmas or something. But, and yes, into the autumn, wintry time where they're mostly going to be inside as well. It's an interesting because Big Brother's always like used to be in the summer, but I guess Love Island's taking that slot on ITV2. But you're going to put them in August when Love Island finishes. Yeah, maybe that's for next year. Maybe that's for next year if they do another series, which I think they probably will do. I mean, let's not jump the gun here, but no, I'm looking forward to this series. I am looking forward to how the series goes. I wonder who's going to be the first to go, because usually, on average, it is usually a woman. Apart from 2016 when Marco was the first guy to be evicted. But every other year, it has been a woman to be out first. And I really thought Olivia was an easy target to be out first, but she's immune now. So that really is an interesting one. I wonder how Frida's week's gonna go. Hmm. But anyway, I am interested how this series is going to pan out and what are the twists and the turns, how the evictions are going to go. I'll be interesting to see how the live evictions. They will be alive. They have to be live for the eviction, surely. Yeah, yeah. And also I want the crowd to be louder. I thought on launch night they were a bit told to be a bit tame, you know. I want the cheering, the booing, the clapping, the loudness of the crowd that Big Brother usually be. I thought on launch night they were probably told to applaud everyone. You kind of think if the crowd was the crowd as usually Big Brother was, maybe they would probably boo Henry and Olivia coming in. But obviously, sadly not. But it will be interesting to see how live evictions with the crowd will be a bit louder. And another thing, because it was so near a river where the new location is on Big Brother, people kind of thought they would be going in by boats. But clearly not. It was still cars. I guess that would have been a bit complicated to do if it was boats, though. I guess somebody on a mobility scooter as well. That wouldn't work. Unfortunately, even if you did pre-record it, it just would have been a bit complicated and a health and safety risk as well. If somebody fell in. But no, I am looking forward to this series of Big Brother and where it goes. I hope the rest of the series is good. Because it's going good so far. It's interesting to watch, and I'm really happy Big Brother's back. I'm glad Marcus is back. Glad they kept him. The house is colourful. It's a good design. The garden's a bit small. The Big Brother chair is awesome. That's a word I don't usually use. But you know what? It's going all right so far. I just hope we have a good first eviction, and I wonder how that's gonna work with this new set. Um, but I'm looking forward to this new series of Big Brother. In any case, what do you think of this new series of Big Brother? Comment down below in the comment section below, like and subscribe this video, and I'll be back for more content very soon, and I hopefully will be back maybe before the first eviction. Maybe for my first eviction prediction. We will see. But in any case, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.